You know a Freddie Calhoun?
Sure, I know
Freddie needs money to get out of town. Says he's prepared to blow the whistle on a primo reefer distribution ring. Says
Has he said how much it's going to cost?
$50.
And the department will front me the 50?
You can put in an expense claim. He's over at Mike Lyman's on Hollywood Boulevard. See what you can find out.
Yeah. I don't like that friggin' thing, so keep that friggin' crappy suit. Oops, wrong way.
$50? Do they think I'm made of money?
Money.
No, you just look like you're made of money.
Oh, very good. The kid's on form. I'd say on a scale of dull to scintillating, you're a solid tedious today, which you can be pleased with.
Do you ever listen to yourself?
I don't have the same voices in my head as you do, Cole.
Need a drink. I got the ginger again.
Get this. Middle of the afternoon, this crazy woman decides to set fire to the hotel she lives in. The fire brigade come and put it out. Couple hours later, she does it again. Phones up Central and says, I've set fire to my hotel twice today. You'd better come and get me.
Did they send some
Any available unit, the 44 suspects we taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Take the call, don't take it. It's up to you, Cole. We've got our case. No, that's the best part. The desk sergeant, he gets his share of crank calls, says, all right, Lady Nero, why don't you come on down here? An hour later.
I'm so happy for you.
There's a
How
little
is
sneak. That's him in the back, Cole.
Okay.
Freddie, you're looking good.
You're gonna help me, right?
That's what I'm here for.
You got the money?
The 20? Sure, right
Here,
here.
20?
here.
I said.
You want the money or the alternative?
Tell us about the reefer, Freddie.
Who's he?
Another good Samaritan. Answer the question.
Brass comes from Tijuana. They bring in 50 pounds a week.
50 pounds? Are you hallucinating, Freddie?
Gets stashed at a house at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Names, Freddie.
See?
The guy at the house is a spick that goes by the name Juan Garcia Cruz.
Juan Garcia Cruz,
careful.
okay.
He likes guns. That's
Yeah,
why I
no
get my
shit.
money.
Do me a favor, Freddie. Spend the money on a bus ticket. You can't last forever on a snitch jacket.
Let's go visit this Cruz character.
Yep,
50
got
pounds
it.
of dope. Crazy.
Where the hell's the car? Oh, pfft, there's the car, you moron.
You believe his story?
Sure. A hophead like Freddie would raffle his sister for his next score.
Any unit in the vicinity of 211 in progress at 3rd and Union. Stand by for further unit to handle identify.
for help. I'll try and find a way in.
KGPL. Officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Shots fired and officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Roger, Lemming. Hey, all units, officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Shots fired. It is to handle identify code 3.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Come on, jump up. What the fuck? Fucking demon, circle.
Call for help. I'll try and find a way in.
Come on! God damn it! Fucking piece of fucking shit! Fuck you, asshole!
Call for help. I'll try
Oh,
and find
shut
a
the
way in.
fuck up! Come on, move your ass already! God damn fucking ass! Damn it! Keep it on game! I said I keep the goddamn shit up right now! Fucking goddamn piece of crap! Fucking bullshit now!
Call for help.
Oh, fuck you, Phelps! You can't even fucking move! You stupid fucking asshole! The fuck? Move! Move your goddamn ass, Phelps!
Call for help. I'll try and find a way in.
Officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Shots fired and officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Roger, Lemming. Hey, all units, officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Shots fired. It is to handle identify code 3.
Surrender now or I will use deadly force.
time.
I'll ask you politely to move on. Next time I won't be so nice.
You guys don't have to leave a mess. What happened?
Dope peddler, Juan Cruz. He opened fire and, well, the rest of the story tells itself. Juan Garcia Cruz. This is his address, but this place looks like a front. A silver dollar. I thought they took these things out of circulation. Is this a drug or a village in Borneo? Doesn't appear to be in Spanish.
Doesn't anyone eat regular meals anymore? Junkies feeding on popcorn and grasshoppers living on soup.
Maybe these are the guys keeping Juan so well stocked with soup.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Parnell Soup Company, a head office or factory in the Los Angeles area.
Just a second, Detective. Only one address listed, 6310 Fountain Avenue.
Thanks for your help.
Phelps, you jump like a girl.
Shut up, fucking ass.
Now we're getting somewhere.
More soup? Who in the hell keeps a secret stash of soup?
You hungry or something, Phelps?
I'd say that's pretty good value for 12 cents.
Factory sealed. Someone at the cannery has a lot of explaining to do.
With Juan dead, we need a new...
This guy, EJ, seems to be bringing in most of the serious weight. Dates and times seem pretty regular. We should notify the border crossing.
Those fuckers are probably in on it. Let's wait and see how this plays out.
Okay.
Now, yep. Location super. And the. Let's see. Make sure I got the clues. No. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go to the soup factory. Yep.
Carruthers says the morphine is still turning up.
Makes sense. We have no idea how much of the stuff Lenny shifted. There's been no comeback from Cohen as yet.
Maybe Confidential Magazine is right, and Bugsy is on the slide.
You read that stuff? I wouldn't say it to his face if I was you. That is one hot-tempered son of a bitch.
Officer needs assistance, 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825 North Highland Avenue. Unit to handle code 2 identify.
Right. Let's see if we can find out who's been over-seasoning the soup in this place.
LAPD. Who owns this factory, ma'am?
Mr. Parnell.
Parnell.
Howard Parnell. I'll let him know you're here. Please, take a seat.
If you don't mind, we'll come with you.
If you must.
You just wanted to follow her, didn't you? You sly dog. I must apologize for my partner's roving eye. He hates saying goodbye, but he loves watching them leave.
Give it a rest, Roy.
If you could show these men in to see Mr. Parnell, Doris. They're from the LAPD.
Follow me, gentlemen.
What is going on?
LAPD. Sit tight, fatso. You could be in very serious trouble.
There's no reason to be rude. Take a seat, gentlemen. I'm sure we can sort this all out.
Maybe you can explain why we found $5 bags of marijuana in sealed Parnell soup cans.
That's an outrageous allegation.
How do you explain it, Chubby? We found at least 30 cans, all sealed up tight with your label on them.
Can I get a list of your employees?
Of course. We have nothing to hide. Doris, can you bring me in the current employee listing?
Here it is, Mr. Parnell.
On the desk, please.
Any name on that list that rings a bell?
This is familiar. 1452 North Las Palmas. A Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Okay.
How are your sales, Mr. Parnell?
Just fine and dandy, son. We're entering a new era of prosperity. I hope you're both big soup eaters.
Mr. Parnell, do you know what kind of trouble you're in? Come clean with us.
Okay, so things are a little flat. We're deciding whether to lower production. It's taken a while to adjust to not having any military contracts. You know, we sold Uncle Sam 5 million cans of minestrone.
Okay, next is factory sealed cans.
The factory sealed cans we found suggest a very professional operation, Mr. Parnell. We're looking for an inside man.
I know nothing about this. I want this stopped as much as you do.
Tell me what I want to know, Parnell, or I will have half the LAPD down here tearing this place apart. You're hiding something.
Am I right in thinking you would not want to pursue misdemeanors outside your drug case?
Depending on what you call a misdemeanor, we might be prepared to turn a blind eye.
The truth is, I employ a lot of illegals. No one wants to do menial work anymore. Most of my factory staff are wetbacks. The local blacks and Chicanos all want jobs in the aircraft factories.
Presumably because the pay is a lot better. Ever heard of Juan Garcia Cruz?
Not that I know of.
He has a brother employed here. You know him?
We employ large numbers of Mexicans. I'm not familiar with them all.
That's funny, Parnell. He has the same address as his brother Juan, who we shot dead less than an hour ago. You better give me something.
Look, I'm not involved in this. I'm getting enough grief from Washington. There's an investigation going on into profiteering. Like a guy shouldn't be able to turn a buck while the war is on.
I'm sure thousands of dead Marines sleep soundly knowing that you did okay.
Yeah, right.
Tell us about Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Jorge? I had no idea of his last name. His team does daily maintenance on the conveyor belts and cookers.
So he's here now?
No, maintenance is at night. Night shift finishes around midnight. He would usually come in around 9 p.m. and have everything ready for the morning shift at 6.
We'd like to take a look around the factory floor, Mr. Parnell.
I hope we won't have to shut down the line.
No, nothing like that.
Thank you. I'm grateful for that. I'll show you around myself.
What?
I hate seeing how things are.
Oh, I can't do it right now. Okay.
This is going to be like that time I went to the slaughterhouse and couldn't eat steak for a week.
Nope.
This is where the produce comes in. We peel and sort all of the vegetables and add them to the line in regular quantities.
Fascinating.
Why don't you keep quiet? Might learn something.
Oh, good God. This really is turning into some nightmare school trip flashback.
Yeah, right. I agree with you there, Earl. I remember school trips to the
This is the
freaking damn
hopper,
places
which
like this.
boils and purees the vegetables. The other hopper is for the pasta. This
Really?
way, please.
Yeah, okay, lead the way.
Aren't you, Phelps?
Yeah, thrill a minute.
The soup is ladled automatically into cans.
I hated school
Next stage
trips.
is labeling.
I'd like to see the packing and dispatch area, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Man, I'm
It's
glad
over
you
here.
did, because
Follow
mostly
me.
the school trips I went to, I went to the crappy record once and went to the crappy
This is
record
one
and
of our
got a tour
dispatchers.
once.
Sergio, right?
Yes, sir.
These men are from the LAPD. Sergio here records our outgoing deliveries. They all go in the book. Just there on the desk.
We're looking for repeat business in large amounts, Cole.
What's going on, Parnell? There's enough soup going to this place every day to feed a company of Marines.
What are you talking about?
Can I have a look at that coin?
Sure, why
Sure.
not?
Silver dollar, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The markings on it say it's been taken out of circulation.
Maybe. I'm not trying to buy anything with it. I like it. Brings me luck.
Do you have access to the canning area?
I do. But I keep to my stations. Loading and unloading. Don't care much for soup.
Sergio, if you don't give me something, I'm gonna go to Immigration Services and have you deported.
I get a shipment once every 2 weeks. Ernesto does the driving. I don't know his full name. Gets delivered here at night, or he gets it canned up. From here, it gets sent all over the country.
What do you know about the 20th century market?
Nada. I get the orders from upstairs. I send the goods where I'm told.
And you don't know Juan Garcia Cruz?
No, not me.
You're a liar, Sergio. You're in it, and I'm gonna break you for it.
You're loco, Placa. I got nothing to do with Juan Garcia.
Mm-hmm. Sure you don't.
We found a matching silver dollar on Juan Garcia. What are the odds of that, Sergio?
Juan and Jorge are brothers. They're cousins. They work for some evil gabacho. The guy is an aberration. He gives out the silver dollars. Jorge gets me a list of deliveries every morning. 20th Century is always on there.
You keep your mouth shut for today, and I don't take you in. Do we have a deal?
Do I have a choice?
Is that a serious question? That's it for now, Sergio.
Yo.
If we need to speak to you again, we'll put in a call to Mr. Parnell.
If you have to, I guess.
We will be in touch, Mr. Parnell. It is imperative that things appear as normal here. Keep an eye on Sergio in case he gets tempted to blow the whistle.
Thanks. I'll do that. You're going to overlook my little immigration problem, aren't you?
Cheer up, Fatso.
Oh.
We're gonna let you go on squeezing these poor saps a little while longer.
Yeah, right?
Well, until some commie union types infiltrate this place.
Yep, get that right.
I am glad to be out of that place. I never knew fresh vegetables
All right, let's see. Oh, okay.
smell so bad.
See now, what do I got? Oh, wow, I got my hacksaw one now. Cool. All right, cool. The one I like. All right, next one is the Century Market. Excuse me. That's all right.
How many years have you been in Viceroy?
More years than I want to own up to, Phelps.
You have any idea who Rojas was talking about?
The gringo runs the operation? Could be anybody. You don't expect those morons to be running the show, do you? If you asked Rojas how much a silver dollar was worth, he'd probably say 50 cents. Sit tight. Let's take a look at what's going on.
Either these customers are serious soup lovers, or I think we found our middleman.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
I'm requesting assistance in a B-Wagon at 20th Century Markets, 1558 North Highland. Numerous narcotic suspects. Code 2 only, no sirens.
11K, roger.
Okay. Cavalry should be here any minute.
LAPD, nobody move!
I'll take my chances.
Whatever you're carrying, hand it over. I'd say he's got about half a can left. I guess that makes me a pessimist.
You can't take me in.
Take you in? Be glad he didn't shoot you. I wouldn't have chased you. If it was up to me, you'd be talking out of a hole in the back of your head.
I want information.
Senor, I would like to help you, but I got a family in Mexico I have to provide for. And my compadres are very unreasonable.
Your compadres? Turn out your pockets. I need Ray to run down these silver dollars.
I need to make a deal. I need guarantees.
You have identification? Sanchez Erto, Mexican, Tijuana address. Here's the deal, Erto. You give me information, and I won't give you to immigration.
Immigration.
Give me EJ, the driver bringing in the shipments, or I'll make you for it.
I run the shop. That's all I do.
Tell me the goddamn truth. You are in this with the others.
I told you I know them. I told you my family's at risk. What makes me part of their gang?
Well, let's see now. Well...
You have a silver dollar, Erto, just like Juan. I'm sure Ernesto and the rest have them as well.
The silver dollars are his mark.
Whose? Give me a name.
None of us are allowed to see him. His creatures carry his orders to us. If I gave you his name, I would be buried alongside my wife and children.
If you don't give us something, you will rot in jail while your family starves on the street.
Ernesto Juarez, tonight at 1 a.m. He's bringing the truck into the soup factory. Please help me, sir. Ernesto can be very cruel.
Tell me about the soup cans.
The soup is very popular, as you can see.
It's real funny, wise guy. You want to try saying that again with no teeth?
I get a delivery at 7:30 every other day from the factory. Jorge organizes everything.
We know about Jorge and Juan. Juan is dead. Tell us how you know the Cruz boys.
Ernesto put together this thing. He brought in Juan, Juan brought in Jorge.
Continue.
I was already here. Ernesto knows I'm illegal, so he threatened to report me if I didn't help. And the money is good. The gringos and the gringas, they love the reefer. And I didn't want to have to leave and start again in San Francisco.
You're breaking my heart.
You're under arrest, Erto. I'll speak to the DA and see if he will agree to not seize your assets or deport you. That's the best I can do.
Yep, now back to the soup factory, boys. Take out these freaking creepy asses. Boys! That's cool. That actually brings me
Freddie said they were
to
moving
the
50
soup
pounds a
actor.
week. That's a lot of soup cans.
I think this is an interstate operation. Moving dope around the country to selected grasshoppers. Local weed gets distributed in the usual way.
What are you watching
through
again?
Pachuco street punks.
Someone must know something about this drug baron character.
Here they come.
I heard you laughing again before.
Let them unload the goods first.
Now?
Let's get them. All right, move.
Move! Let's go! I got your back. LAPD, put your hands where we can see them.
Go, Phelps. Get in there.
Throw out the guns.
Keep moving.
You're covered, Phelps. Weapons on the ground, now!
Give me some goddamn cover.
Move, I've got you.
All clear? I think that's the last of them, Cole.
Detectives, found something here you probably want to see.
My friggin' hat back.
Tijuana address. We should see what the federales have on it. $1 per dead man. Doesn't seem like much for a human life.
God damn. I think we found our stash, Cole. Take a look in these boxes.
Oh.
At the very minimum, another 50 pounds.
Detectives, I think we got the guy. Does the name Cruz mean something to you?
It certainly does. $1,000 here. Yet another silver dollar. Phelps, Earl, looks like quite a bloodbath. What was this all about? Drugs and money. What else? Speaking of money, where did that roll go?
I picked it up for safekeeping. The department owes me 50.
Ray, I have another 2 coins for you.
Great. I've got something to show you. It's all set up on the table over here. There. Take a look at these coins you've been collecting.
There are letters cut into each coin, along with not legal tender.
Those are Morgan silver dollars from the 20s. They were removed from circulation and sent for disposal. A number of smelters around the country had the contract. Look at them together. Can you work out what it says?
The first coin, MAS. The second, ANG. The third, KAY. The fourth, MET. The fifth, ALS. Masanke Metals.
A metal foundry. Would you like the address?
Would I ever?
1034 Vine Street, Hollywood. We'll finish up here. It's already been a long night, Phelps. See if you can talk them into giving themselves up.
I think my mother called me a minute. Be right back. Did you call me? I'm back. Hello? Hello?
Why should she stay down there with you when you're yelling all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Nothing. I had to go eat some blueberries. No, I didn't. When I came back on, there was nothing. It wasn't even in a pot. It was like wondering what the hell happened. I didn't leave it. Who came up? Who came up?
Angel.
Really? I don't see her.
It's right there.
Ah, what are you doing up here?
She's going to stay down there with her.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Mass K Metals.
I hope that big wad of cash doesn't weigh you down.
Get your priorities straight, Phelps. We're close to bringing in one of the biggest dope cases of the year, and you're worrying about unsubstantial evidence?
All right, the Damascus warehouse, baby. That was weird.
Locked. We need another way in.
You sure about that? That's what it said? Weird.
Full house.
Cover the back door, Roy.
God damn it. You win one more hand, Andy. I'm taking my money and going home. And fuck whose turn it is to mind shop.
Hey, who the fuck is that?
Put your weapons down and your hands in the air.
You okay? I'll tell you when I see what's waiting for us at the top.
How long do you think you can hold out? Stay down.
There! Son of a bitch!
Sorry, I can't make it.
Stay in cover.
My fucking ass.
Hi. It's fine. I saw something the other day. There's something called atopic dermatitis, which can be caused by inflammation under your skin. Maybe you should ask your doctor.
You're surrounded, and your buddies are dead.
To learn more.
motorists on that road get
All right, goddammit, all right!
Find some cover!
This one's got your name on it.
Incredibly, the pilot and passenger were not injured.
You're clear, go!
Throw out the guns.
Real clever, asshole.
LAPD, hands up!
Victor Sanders.
You know this guy?
I should have known.
Of course I know Roy. Roy and I have had an arrangement for
Get
many
up.
years.
You're under arrest.
Am I?
We have a mountain of prima facie evidence, as well as the testimony.
You'd be surprised how things have a habit of sorting themselves out. Evidence disappearing. Witnesses that can't be found. Policemen that forget. The impossible becomes probable when you have a client list like mine.
Shut your mouth. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Working vice can be a thankless task, Phelps. But on behalf of the brass and the moms and dads and the concerned citizens, I'd like to commend you and your partner for smashing this dope ring. Reefer is almost as big a threat to the children of this city as communism.
What about Sanders, Lieutenant?
Leave Sanders to me, Phelps. The chief will be looking after that one personally.
He will be brought to trial.
Phelps, we are celebrating your success. Don't push your luck. Sanders is no longer your problem.
Got that right. See every herb being seed.
Your platoon is what remains of recon. I'm folding you into the 22nd. You'll be going up that damned hill tonight.
We're intelligence gathering, sir.
I don't need intelligence, son. I need men who can hold rifles and kill Japs. Tonight, you're a rifle company. We've got cooks, mechanics, and stretcher bearers all going into the line. We aim to break them tonight, Lieutenant.
Good to see you, Hank.
You too, Cole. How's your war?
Not quite what I expected.
As long as I live, I will never get over that sound.
Hey, who's that medic? He'll be killed going out there. It's Sheldon, the guy from the Osakawa Bridge. That guy's got no fear.
He didn't make it.
I didn't go out there to save him.
What are you saying, man?
I went out there to put him out of his misery, to ease his pain. Do you have a problem with that?
Murder, Corman.
That's war, Lieutenant. Smell the stench. Feel the horse's breath on your neck.
You need help, man.
Call for me tonight, Lieutenant. When you're up on that hill. I've been up there 3 times already. The circles of hell have nothing on Sugarloaf Hill.
Get this madman out of my sight!
He was a prick back then. Wow. All right, the setup, baby. Here we go.
You like the fight game, Phelps?
I did a little boxing in the Marines. I found it a pretty humbling experience.
Mix you a sandwich, buddy? Corned beef and egg salad, 12 cents. Bologna and ham and cheese, 10.
It's strictly a mug's game. You'll like this fight, though. A plucky limey's about to take a beating from an up-and-coming Negro.
You sound pretty sure about the result.
I ought to be. I got $50 on the black kid. Let's get a ringside seat. That son of a bitch Hammond made a run for his dressing room. Let's find out what's going on.
God damn you, Albert! You get out here right now!
Step back! LAPD, what's going on?
That son of a bitch Hammond has jammed the door.
And who are you?
Carlo Arcaro. I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer. Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you're out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple hundred other people.
Stand aside.
He squeezed out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money?
Welcome,
or because
people.
we're investigating a prize
Welcome,
fighting racket?
person.
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Hammond's locker?
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
You look troubled.
I'm in a jam, Doctor.
Can I help, Courtney? Is it money?
No, Doctor. That's okay. Do I have your professional confidence?
Whatever you say, we'll never leave this room.
Alert, Satanist, psychopath.
I talked some of the guys in my old unit into doing something, and it's gone wrong. I guess I did it for the wrong reasons, for short-term gain. We came home from China on the Cool Ridge.
The morphine robbery.
That was us. I thought I could get the guys a fair share. Some sort of benefit for the sacrifices that they made in the war. Those guys deserve it, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sure they do, Courtney. But the deserving aren't always rewarded.
Tell me about it, Doc. We shifted our stuff onto this mob-connected guy, and it's been turning up all over town. It wasn't meant to be like this.
The presumption was rather naive, Courtney.
I know that now, Doctor. But people are dying.
Might I venture a few questions?
Sure.
Do your underworld contacts have all the morphine?
No, they don't. We doled it out, hoping we could control it.
Are they pressing you for further allocation?
That's the polite way of putting it, Doctor.
I may be able to help you, Courtney.
Thanks, Doc. It helps just to talk about it.
I mean, I have a solution that will help you financially and salve your conscience.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
I will transact to take all the narcotic off your hands. And you can rest assured that it will all be medically administered. I will use the funds that I no longer require for the purchase of medication and invest them in housing developments.
Housing?
The developments in question are housing projects for former servicemen. Your return will come from the sale of the properties, and your investment will benefit those that you care for most. Does this arrangement meet with your approval?
You're a magician, Doctor.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I, plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
Wait. Did I forget something? Whoa. Okay, come on.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm good.
You better find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey. He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me... Roy, you out of pocket too?
Mickey, seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
No.
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now. Oh, hold on. Before I forget that. Here. Oh, you get crappy. What? He's old. What do you want? Guy's old. Not a young guy anymore. Father said Scott Hall's old. I said, what do you expect? He's old. He's old.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Of course, I think it's got a lot to do with all the alcohol he drank over the years.
AL345.
Used to be, he was an alcoholic, so.
The Hotel El Mar.
He finally got help, but.
Thanks, man.
Did all the years of making him old.
You know the place? Flop House. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
What? I didn't know that. So I know he got help by Diamond Dallas Page helped him,
You
I
seem to
know.
have a pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Oh.
Do I note a hint of reprimand in your tone, detective?
Oh, it did damage to his kidneys?
Talking to gangsters comes with the turf.
Mm.
You should try out Mickey's
That's
place.
what alcohol
He's got a
does to you.
haberdasher's up on Sunset. See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he does carry some very sharp suits.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with Brooks Brothers.
What?
Sable was married to Wayne Richardson, and she was married to Mark Merrow.
Oh, yeah, I know that. The guy was an idiot. Yeah, she's
what do you
married.
want?
She's been married. They got 2 girls.
We're making inquiries into the whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that
Freaking
name.
Mark Merrill. I never knew
sure?
that, but I heard
Sure,
that he
I'm
was
sure.
a beater.
This isn't the sort of place where people use their real
She
names.
left his ass. I remember
Take a
him.
look at the register
He was
if
an
you don't
asshole.
believe me.
Never liked that fuck.
Olive oil comes from olive.
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies. That should narrow it down.
Kane was born in Torrejon de Ordaz, Spain in 1967. He's 50 years old.
Winston Churchill.
Parents were in the U.S. Air Force.
Winston
Both sides
Churchill.
were stationed overseas.
A very patriotic Englishman is staying in room 207.
The old bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from his shadow.
Now he lives in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Some people get lost in sawdust because it's unsafe. Doors unlocked.
Goins, they have 2 daughters. They now
Looks like he's had a broad up here.
Agency in Allstate franchise.
Who does?
Kane.
Oh.
He must be heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked son of a bitch? No chance.
I guess a fighter has plenty of time on his hands between bouts. Does Albert have somebody special? I didn't see anyone in his corner at the fight.
Instaheat. Adrian Black's product of choice. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert has his work cut out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon.
All right, let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
Looks like Albert has been doing some homework. 11 grand would be a nice little nest egg. Gives us an angle if he has a real love interest.
She wants a 5-star goddamn.
All right, let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
Location? The Alamo Motel. Okay.
Hey, don't mind me. Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. Should know his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't L.A.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
So, you boxed in the Marines?
We all did. Standard training.
I can't imagine you ever played dirty.
We need to know which room is Candy's.
Hey, buddy.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Candy Edwards.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn left at the top. You friends of the Italian guy?
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type? Gave his name as Carlo. I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
This Candy broad must be as sweet as she sounds. All these gentlemen callers.
Give it up, bitch.
Sounds like we're missing.
He's...
Like hitting women, do you?
We had a goddamn
This isn't gonna end well for
arrangement!
you, friend. Out cold, but breathing. Give her a minute and take a look around.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers? Nasty weapon.
All the Italians carry them. A real man uses his fists or a gun.
Single ticket, one way.
Yes, I did. I used to be in WCW without his mask. I know he looks like a kid, doesn't he?
Scania sails from New York.
Yeah, my father saw a picture of him without his mask on the
Take a
internet.
seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
I said, well, I remember him without his mask because he had a match with WCW at the time, and the match was to be lost. During the whole time he was in WCW, he couldn't wear his mask.
Can you answer some questions now, Miss Edwards?
I forgot who the heck I think he went against Juventud Guerrero at the time. I think, if I think it was.
We're trying to track down Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
You're lying, Candy. You were in his hotel room. He came back after the fight and you weren't there. What happened?
You can't prove that I was in the room.
No, really?
How do you think we found you, Candy? You wrote your name and address on a coupon.
Look, Albert was supposed to take a fall.
Boy, that's how they said coupon back in the day,
but Albert
coupon?
got too goddamn stubborn. Said his pride was all he had left. So I told him, shove it. Let's see his pride keep him warm at night.
So you walked out before the fight?
Yes, I did. What's the problem? I didn't take anything.
Good job. I've been keeping my title ever since I won it.
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
They're bookmakers, aren't they? Tell me the truth.
How the hell would I know?
Well, lady, you don't know a lot, do you?
Albert wrote his winnings down on a notepad in the hotel room. We found the odds in his locker. Who has the betting slips?
That son of a bitch, Albert. Everyone thought he was dumb, including me. But he beat them all.
You're leaving town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
Albert is going home by boat as soon as he collects his winnings. I know you're going to meet him.
Albert is going to collect nothing. He'll be lucky if he can get out of town in one piece.
How will you fare any better? They already believe you're in on it.
Hell, I know you're in on it.
You can think what you want, Buster. I'll take my chances. I got a few errands to run, and then I say adios to this dump.
Do you want to press charges against Arcaro?
Just get him out of here. That's all I want.
Get out, Carlo, you hump. And get rid of that pig sticker. You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this.
Good luck, Miss Edwards. I hope things work out for you.
Thank you. It's very kind of you to say so.
Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff. I say stake her out. See where she goes. Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
And how'd you fucking see me? Fucking whore. I hate this fucking one. Do more than that with this one.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car
Yeah,
behind
whatever. Easy for you to sound till you see you doing shit. Stupid useless.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hey!
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Slow down!
Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hey!
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Baby. What you doing? What? What you want, kitty? What? No. No. Who got you, Suplex City? Oh. Oh, good.
Bookmakers?
Yes. Surprise, surprise.
Hello? Where the hell is he? Oh.
Hey, isn't that the guy? A blonde woman just came in here.
She went out the back way. Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
An old intelligence trick from the Marines. We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
Car 11K, 11 King. Further to your request, Bunko Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquor, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL clear.
Hammond backed himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings. Smart play.
Question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too? Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast. Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company, Hollywood 2187, please? This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood?
Yes, sir. Sent 1 round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
Do you have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray?
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
Let's finally. Good job.
Look out!
Oh, shut up. He crashed into me,
This
so
broad's
screw you.
planning on cleaning out every bookmaker in town.
Hammond needed to make sure he was getting a bigger payday than if he'd taken the flop.
Never trust the limeys, especially where a fight's concerned. A mistake we can't seem to stop making.
Any Central unit of 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab.
I won't, all right? Chill.
How many stops is she gonna make? Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was gonna win.
Can you quit driving like a jackass already?
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole. Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
A skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop. This guy must have escaped from the loony bin. That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Roy! Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
He said...
Just try and sit still, Candy.
Make
Who
me-
shot you? Was it Albert?
Car.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
.32 caliber. One shot fired. The Egyptian Theater.
So, what now?
The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
This seems like a long shot.
Aren't they all?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. The revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money, too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Got that right, people.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me. She was collecting the money for you. She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best, kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
Let's move. Stay down. Come on, Cole. Carlo's a dead man. Hammond, too, when I find him.
Who's shooting at me?
I'm wide open here. You're covered, Phelps. Find some cover. Where are you?
You cocksucker.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. The Scania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
Screw you.
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
Okay. It's homicide's problem now. Good work, gentlemen. .187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the Army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Oops, wrong way again.
What's with that getup of yours, anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
What are you doing?
Grown men playing at being boys.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, this day was a total waste of makeup.
seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
All units, officers detail, Hollywood and Highland. Hollywood and Highland, officers detail, 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks. Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead. Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
The neck is bruised pretty badly. Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down, and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
What happened?
Okay, so find two
Yeah,
guys
I know
who
he did
recently
that
bought
to me
Syrettes
too,
and
but
weren't junkies.
all I
You might
can
be
say
onto
is
something.
I kept doing that to him, and then eventually he did get me. So
Looks like barbiturates. Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster. Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one. This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Nope. Hold on.
There's been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start. Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog. I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Whatever you say, lady.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pillbox.
What?
The things she hid in there. I don't know how she
Yeah,
supports
that's nice.
herself.
Cheers.
Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star.
Don't ask me what the other one says either, so.
Does modeling really pay that well?
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Another lie.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Oh, no, really? Okay.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry. I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home. Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle this dope.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Yeah. Now drive to the doctor's office. Well, how do you like his suit? The hell's a car? How do you like the suit? That's one thing they never had in 360, that's for sure. I never had it. How the hell did you have it? I never could get it. You didn't see, that's one thing you don't have to do in this game. You don't have to buy it. The only thing I had to do was make remember that one of them that you did in 360? No, that one of them that you got your Chicago Lightning jacket suit.
Their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility.
Remember
kind of
that
trademark,
one?
don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything?
Well, you had to get it because the only way to get it was you had to join the social club.
To it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
That was the only one that you have to, in order to get that one, you have to join the social club. Well, really? So you're never gonna get that one? You know your email address. That's all you had to do was use the email address.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
No, I don't. But it is.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine?
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Well, now since you couldn't get your thing when you wanted to, now you can get your when you go on your birthday to the mall, like you said. You could do two things at once right away.
She wanted to control her weight.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Because by that time you go, that other game will be out already too. So, oh, when you go that day for your birthday, you'll be able to get your 2 games right away. Walking Dead collection comes out the 5th of December, and by that time, when you go to the mall, it'll be out already.
He looked relieved.
And then you can pick up your LA besides.
It's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Hopefully they'll have a friggin' book with it, though. That's the problem. By then, I don't know. It should, if the game is, they probably have plenty of books. I don't even know how many books they have when I got the old one at the time, but who knows? I don't know.
Have you noticed how Croakers only pull
No,
out the
I don't have an
physician
extra
patient
blanket.
privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police
where do you think we live, in 24th Street?
It's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
How's it going? Oh. That's the only thing you did. Oh, Dylan. Let me see, maybe I do have an extra one for it. I don't use anymore. Should be over here. Can't fucking tell because of all the shit over here. Oh, wait a minute, there is another one over there. I used to have one. Where the hell is it now? This is what I mean about this place. I can't find it. Ow! Son of a bitch. Now you gotta get rid of this shit, I'm telling you. I got one. I'm trying to get it though. Got it. I'll go give this to her. I'll be right back, Gary. Here. Found one. That's the comforter for you. I don't use anymore. Oh, I almost got to fix the bed now. Why didn't you say so? I thought you wanted it for your bed. She meant when she's on the couch, she said. She found Grandma's old thing for the couch. She didn't want it for her bed. She wanted it for the couch. Yes. That was pretty interesting then.
Well, hello.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Detective.
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
How you gonna buy your LA? You don't even have the book. Yeah, you're gonna need the book because you're not gonna be able to tell what they're doing. I'm telling you, it's
Nice
totally
move, not
different
telling
now.
that sweet lips
Of course,
in
I
there
mean
about
the,
her friend taking
the
the big
facial
jump till
features
we were
don't
half out
change,
the
but
door.
really, you
Very
gotta
slick.
remember what they're all
Figured we'd
doing
get
in their
more out of
face.
her that way.
You're
Oh,
learning,
you don't have the
Phelps.
book. Meantime,
We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
I mean, I have no problem. I still have your book, but I mean the old one. 'Cause I don't need it anymore. The only thing is, if they don't have a book for you eventually, you'd have to use the papers I wrote out. So I still got them, so. Hey, idiot!
Christ alive, this is a nightmare!
Really? How's that my fault, stupid? He's the one that drove into me.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers.
No, you don't know
Death
that.
was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
So I remember one time when I got my book at the time.
Your theory.
We agree.
My old one that ripped.
Yes, of course.
I think at the time I went to GameStop on 17, and that was
right,
one
Mal,
left I got by look. That was the last one they had.
Came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Oh.
Hang on a minute,
Yeah,
boy.
but that's down.
Listening.
You don't know
No
what the hell
sign
they're
of
going to have in
morphine use
December?
And no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Oh, 50 copies of them? Oh,
Maybe
okay.
an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
See,
So
now
you're
my
saying
GameStop
Laughing
doesn't
Boy
give
here
50
could be one of our
copies.
killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Well, yeah. I don't know how. The old ones can't even use the old books. Because yeah, you can, but they're different in it. Because that would be confusing for me, because the old one has truth, lie, and doubt, where this one has good, bad, cop, and accuse. Of course, it is still the same. It's just different words. That's all. But they don't have all the DLC. I mean the other ones, like slip of the tongue in there and all that stuff. He'd have to download freaking write it down and stuff.
Were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over.
Yeah,
There's a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door.
That's probably why your GameStop has 50 copies.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
I bet if I called my GameStop up now tomorrow, just for the hell of it, and asked them, oh, by the way, do you have any more L.A. Noire books? And they'll say, nope, sorry, we ran out. What else? Now it's, oh, I went to the receiving hospital. Okay. Now I have to go to, I have to go to the Hollywood police station. Yep. Oh, I'm right here already. This is the police station.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Burrow. Thanks for coming in. Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about you.
All right. First is relationship victim.
How well did you know Julia Randall? Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally models.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite. Answer the question. This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations. Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man. Could have been.
So that's where you're going to use your money, I get then? No, the game's only $60, right? I mean, $40.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me.
So you're going to have money,
She was seeing a man named
money
Henderson.
left over.
You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
What are you going to do?
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, yeah, your
I don't know
marble
where he's
eventually. Oh, I get it. Yeah, yeah.
Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get something from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved.
Well, if that's the case, and let's see.
I've never
If
heard of this
the case has that, just for the hell of
You were
it,
in fashion?
I would have to wait till the first,
right.
so I couldn't call them all. But in case they do, I'll call on the first.
Some kind of traveling
On the
salesman?
1st of
Once I got out of the Corps.
December.
You were in the Marines?
Sure.
That Friday, and I'll ask them if they have a book. If they do, I'll
You were in
buy
the
one
6th
for you.
Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies.
The only thing is, you won't be able to have it until February.
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
So in the meantime, you'd have to use your instincts or
That
whatever.
son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer?
Huh?
Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
Yeah.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Yeah.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Yeah, I guess I was. I don't remember. I didn't get that. Well, yeah, because I got the book at the time with the. I got the book with the 360. Yeah, at the time, I think. Yeah. Yeah, again, at that time, I got it percentage off and stuff. That's why.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in, at risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
Oh, come on, how the hell did you see me? Damn it! Fucking hate this fucking part, I swear to God I do.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in, at risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Got him.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be. LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Okay, location 9 feet. Oh, got a call.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted to Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
Okay, Hollywood 9th Beat first.
Isn't that the cop who solved it?
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Weapons on the ground, now!
Give me some goddamn cover.
As soon as he pokes his head out, we'll step on him.
You're clear, go!
Stay down.
Pretty brave for a dead man. Push forward. I'm gonna put holes in you, asshole!
Shit, really hurts.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy.
Welcome,
I
fifth
had him
person.
cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie."
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
All right, location, Hollywood Police Station now.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Any in the vicinity officer needs assistance, 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825 North Highland Avenue. Unit to handle code 2 identify.
I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't do one thing anymore on this game. What? Remember in 360, what, you know, the crime stuff that you could have done, you know, for the street and whatever? This has friggin' 50 friggin' things now, 40 friggin' things. Would take forever to do. No. Well, yeah, maybe you might have did, but I never played them. And I don't even think they had 40 on 360. Oh, you did? Yeah. Yeah, but they're during the friggin' cases you're doing. So what fun is that? You're going off on the case and you're doing stupid side missions.
With a big guy, goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer.
Guess it'd be like.
Gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of
To
stuff.
me, I think they're waste.
Orders, Phelps. And where's the
I'd rather do the cases instead. How about fun more with the cases?
Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a
Mostly they're ones that, a guy's going to jump off the roof, or there's a bank heist, or this or that.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar? Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Julia Randall's ring is here.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Huh?
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad. It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Uh-huh.
You're the reason.
Okay, now it's location.
Well, this day was a
Everstorm residence.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
A hopped-up model, a cat, and a circus freak. Only in L.A.
Fairy tales of the rich and famous.
More like pathetic tales of the desperate to be rich and famous. Junkie Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Arnett, LeBlanc, and Willie.
Don't you go putting the pieces together again before they fit, Phelps. Listen to your old pal Rusty. Or should I say Finbar.
I wouldn't call him that if I were you.
What do you care? It doesn't sound like you're the top of his Christmas card list.
He gives everyone a hard time. That's just how he is.
Whatever gets you through the day, Cole.
What happened?
Nice house.
She's still up here. She's on the chair over there.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eastrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
What?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he is. I mean, Phelps wants
He was
answers.
even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
Oh, yeah, lady. Interesting.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, Mother and Father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out. We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
idiot!
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Welcome. LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop! LAPD!
Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case. Go on,
Put your hands in the air! Give it up, LAPD! Don't make me chase you! Stop or I will shoot!
Come on, damn it! Fucking hate this part, I really do. Come on! Damn it, how the fucking do? Get up there, damn Phelps! Should be useless.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How'd I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. He came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry? You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry. A graduation present from my parents.
What happened? Oh, yeah. Oh, so you said you'll be on early? Oh, okay. Nah, I'll see you tomorrow then. Night. Yeah. Yeah, all right, I'll see you at the lunch then. Bye.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, Detective?
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
No, really? Sure you don't.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Yep.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. You know that I loved her. I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Didn't see that coming.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then. That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this, the kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Wait. Pull. You hear that? Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up. Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Wasted son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he?
All right, I'll be at the Manifest Destiny next.
Flying in from New York tomorrow,
Location 111 next time I play.
I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Leah had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
He got you the good there, Earl. Yeah, 8 million stories, all right. This is going to be the last part for today, people, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we will be playing again. We'll be at the Manifest Destiny. The thing for 111 Club. But for now, we will not be playing anymore. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.
The whole company is gone, Hank. The Major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cals still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Thank you for watching, people. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be playing again another day. Thank you. Good night.